Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you. Our region's business, improving our economy, creating jobs, and strengthening communities. Innovation, collaboration, transformation, and the people making it happen. Join us as we take a closer look at our region's business. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, we're drilling deeper into the future of plastics and petrochemical manufacturing around here. We'll find out why such global players as Braskem, Covestro, and Nova Chemicals are deepening their roots in the tri-state area to be closer to one of the largest proven reserves of natural gas and natural gas liquids in the world. But first, the multi-billion-dollar investment that's got the global petrochemical industry talking about the potential for a renewed industrial revolution in the Pittsburgh region and points beyond. Shell Pennsylvania Chemicals' decision to build an ethane cracker and related petrochemical facilities just about 30 miles downriver from the city of Pittsburgh and less than 20 miles from our international airport. Michael Marr is business integration lead with Shell Pennsylvania Chemicals, and Dennis Yablonsky is the recently retired CEO of the Allegheny Conference, who spearheaded our region's efforts to secure the Shell investment. And welcome. Good to have you both here.
Thank you. Thanks, Bill.
And Dennis, I guess this is your first day as a free man, actually. So congratulations.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the next step, but I will always look back very fondly at the last 9 years, but particularly having the opportunity to work on this project.
Well, and you really were on point for the Allegheny Conference in the region for the whole 5 years since Shell first came knocking. Why do you think this was such a big deal for our region to get this kind of commitment from Shell?
Well, I mean, the project on its own merits is the largest investment of capital on record for us as a region. Lots of jobs on construction, lots of jobs on operations, and a big supply chain. So just on its own merits, it's a huge economic engine. But the leverage effect in terms of other petrochemical and related downstream facilities that are likely to come because of this anchor investment by Shell presents a really interesting and even bigger future for us.
Wow. So, Michael, from the standpoint of everybody's been talking about the cracker for years. Everybody's been talking about all the groundwork you've laid. What exactly is happening out there right now?
Well, it's funny you say groundwork, because that's really a lot of what we're doing right now. We are doing grade level work, positioning the site to be ready to transition into vertical construction, which will start sometime next quarter.
Okay, so sometime before the end of the year, though, you actually expect to be building it up rather than laying the groundwork. That's exciting. For folks who don't know it, what does a cracker do, and what's going to be going on out there when it's done?
So cracker's a bit of a misnomer in that it's really kind of half of the basic kit we have there. There's an ethane cracker, which will take ethane molecules and crack them into ethylene, and then we'll have 3 different polyethylene units, which will make polyethylene from the ethylene. So ethane to ethylene at the cracker unit, then the polyethylene units will take that ethylene and convert it into polyethylene, which we will sell into the marketplace.
Okay, so you got all these ethanes, ethylenes, all this kind of stuff. When it gets down to the grocery store or the hardware store, what does this translate into ultimately for the consumer?
Really, we will make pellets, actually, so we won't sell directly to consumers, but we will sell to other manufacturers. We'll sell plastic pellets, which I can share some with you here. And these are taken by other manufacturers, and they're made into different end-use products or packaging products. So I've got some packages here, or packaged products here, that are packaged in polyethylene, 2 Pittsburgh Heinz products here, and a Pennsylvania-inspired Shell-owned Pennzoil.
I did not realize that Shell now owns Pennzoil, born up in northwestern Pennsylvania, not too far from here.
That's right. In addition to the packaged products, there are some end-use products that are made from polyethylene. Wide array. Common products would be outdoor furniture, outdoor playground type equipment, kayaks, other sporting equipment, et cetera, et cetera. Really a wide array of products that are essential to modern living.
Dennis, as you say, really big deal to be able. This has to be one of the biggest deals you've ever worked on. You have a career in economic development that goes back decades at this point.
It's not one of it, is the. I mean, we're talking about something in excess of a $5 billion investment in this project. We're talking about peak construction of 5,000 people, 600 permanent jobs, and in addition to that, the supply chain that's required to support it, the annual economic impact of a project of this nature is something in the neighborhood of $4 to $5 billion in an economy that's the total regional economy is $130 billion. billion.
Wow.
So it's you know, these numbers really show the impact of what this is about.
Well, and a big deal too, because this is not down in the Gulf Coast where all of this kind of investment has been happening for years. So why does it make sense for Shell to be doing this here in this region?
That's a good question. It's one we spent a number of years looking at. We were first looked at the region and noticed that it was both close to the supply of natural gas as well as the customer base. So we're all familiar with our Marcellus and Utica shale positions and how they are located, you know, really with Pittsburgh, greater Pittsburgh kind of in the center of that. So there's our supply. The customer base is within a 700-mile radius of the facility. And I say that noting that most chemical products are sold over, you know, very vast, long supply chains. It could be twice, even 3 times that. So relative to our competitors, our customers being located within the area closer to Pittsburgh, we think gives both us a competitive edge and our customers more reliable supply. Interesting.
Thousands of people to build it, Dennis, hundreds of very smart people to run it. Are we up to it here in terms of our workforce and capabilities?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the great things that this project brought to us was an opportunity to really take a deep dive in our workforce, both construction and operation. Worked with the trades. We had a great relationship with the trades and of course with Shell and their partners. And yeah, we absolutely are going to be able to build this and operate it, and we think we can build some more.
All right, good to come. And what kind of hiring are you going to be doing? I assume you need a lot of well-trained people, right?
Well, right now the current focus at the site, of course, is constructing. Sure. And those hires will not be made directly by Shell. They'll be made by our major contractors who will do the construction of the units. That hiring's underway. What we're looking to do for Shell is create a permanent workforce of 600 workers, and it'll be really kind of 3 main buckets of workers. The first will be engineering disciplines who will help manage and run the facility. There'll also be some professional disciplines, safety and environmental professionals, et cetera. And then we'll have craft positions, folks who are working out in the field on the units, at our cogeneration plant within the facility, on our infrastructure within the facility. Those 3 main buckets are what we're looking to hire, and we're looking to hire locally.
And you've been handing out trading cards, player
That's
cards,
correct.
right? These are major league players you need, so you got your own deck to
That's
do
right.
it,
We've got our own deck here, and we actually created this to bring into the school, show our future workers and their parents kind of the wide array of jobs we have, those various disciplines that I mentioned that can be found in the craft positions, in the management positions, and in the engineering positions. On each card, there's a picture on the front, and like a baseball card, some basic information on the back about the qualifications needed for the jobs and where you'll get the training.
Really exciting. Great to have you all here from Shell. Welcome to Pittsburgh. It's wonderful to have you in our region. Dennis Yablonsky, thanks for all your great work over all these years to make this happen. Michael Marr from Shell. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, yeah.
Take care.
Next up, what the Shell cracker may signal about the future of investment downstream in our region. And no, we're not talking rivers. We're talking downstream manufacturing, supply chain, and jobs. Stay with us.